I did one video about how to make evil minion hair. This is the quick way. Okay, so I'll put the link to this one below. But here is a more accurate version of the evil minion hair, and I'll show you today in this video how to make this one. It is more time consuming. So, but I did get a kick out of it. I think it needs to be longer though, so in my prototype here, I cut them about 4 inches. Keep that in mind when you watch the video. So while you watch, I'm going to go put a face on him and we'll talk to you later. So to make your evil minion, you're going to start with your basic minion pattern. My favorite one is by Ashley Phelps, and I'll put the link in the description box below. And then we're going to attach the hair. This is done in Red Heart Lavender, this color. You'll see that it's very floppy and soft, and that's because I washed it first. Red Heart tends to be a little stiff and would probably hold its shape standing up if I didn't wash it, but I wanted it to start out a little bit softer, so there you go. Now purple is a really hard color to film, so I'm hoping this, it looks good in the viewfinder, but I'm using Red Heart Lavender, and this darker purple too is Red Heart Amethyst. If you look at pictures of the minions, you'll get conflicting results. Some of them look like their evil hair is the same color as their skin. Some of them it looks like it's darker. Moral of the story is all the minions are wacky looking, and I say do your hair any way you want to. I'm going to combine these two. I have enough to use just one or the other, but I feel like I need to combine it. This is coming out very royal blue, and it's not. It's very much a royal purple. Amethyst is what it's called. So let's get started. Now when making fringe or small parts of any type, this is my tool of choice. This happens to be a video game box. And I sometimes wrap this way, sometimes wrap this way. In the case of the minions, I'm going to wrap across lay it horizontally and do it this way. Now I'm taking both colors and I'm just going to wrap. I am guessing, I don't know how much to tell you to do. You could count the stitches and figure out how much you want. Me, that's too much trouble. So what I'm going to do is just wrap a bunch, and then I'll look at it and say, how much more do I need? And then I'll go back and wrap some more. So no big deal. Once you get enough to start with, you're going to want to clip along this side and this side. And this will give you these 4-inch, I think, about strips that we're going to use as hair. So let's get to cutting. Okay, so I've got my pile of hair here. And I put it down beside me. Make yourself comfortable because this process gets a little tedious. What you're going to do is insert your hook. See how the bottom of the stitches meet right here? You're going to insert your hook in one, out the other. I'm trying to see, can you see that? Okay, then take a piece of hair and lay it over and pull it through like this. And then you want to gather. I like to try to make mine even, but again, this is evil minion hair, so I'm not so sure it's important that it needs to be even. So wrap it around and pull it through and secure. Okay, so there it's coming off like that. So you'll want to go ahead and go all around the hat. I just kind of follow my lines of stitching. You see, I just kind of follow my lines of stitching like that. You can always fill in, and you can go in between as well as beneath, so that you can make it fuller if you want to. But when I show you the next step, you'll see it may not be necessary. I don't know. Let's just kind of play with it and go. But you stick it through, pull through a loop, and then pull both ends through that loop. And just continue on. I am not going to really pay any attention to what color I grab because those evil minions have some wacky hair. So I don't really think it matters if you're balanced or not, but of course that depends on your personality. So continue on. Like I said, get comfortable. Whoops, get comfortable because this is going to take a while. But it's very mindless. You can watch TV while you do it, have conversations. There's no counting. And you can see how it just kind of attaches. You know, I decided while I'm all set up, I'm going to show you the final step. After you get your hair everywhere you want it, you're going to take each one of these guys, these little strands, and you're going to split them, tear them apart. This is what makes the wacky hair. You can twist it the opposite direction to make it easier. And again, this is a mindless activity. It is time consuming, but you'll like the results in the end. And again, I don't think I would be really particular, making sure that everyone is split evenly and just exactly right. Look, that one's tearing up. I might just leave it. Because remember, they had all that, I mean, their hair was wacky. There's just no rhyme or reason to their hairstyle. It just kind of grew out like I'll get out. So, that's what you do. In case there was ever any question, Red Heart is definitely 4-ply. 4 little strands spun together to make the yarn. After a while, you get really good at it. The key is to really untwist it a lot. And then it just pulls away quickly. And yes, believe it or not, that was quickly. It's a very tedious process. And when you finally get enough hair on it the way you like it, you'll notice that as you work with it, it kind of gets, you know, flattened down because you're holding it in different places and moving it all around. But that's easy to fix. You give it a good shake, and then if it still doesn't come out the way you like it, get your handy dandy wide tooth comb and just kind of you fluff it all out. You'll also see some fuzzies flying everywhere. And of course you can actually comb his hair in a certain way. Give him a part.
Buzzer's going off, Mom.
Ooh, my cake is ready. I'll be back. Okay, so I washed it. It's right here, and I haven't looked at it yet. I'm anxious to see how it washed. There was a lot of fuzz in the dryer lint trap. Okie dokie. Take our handy dandy wide tooth comb and you can fluff it up. Oh yeah, this works. So yeah, I would say definitely this is washable and dryable. I put it in the dryer too. Look, if you're making something that kids are probably going to be the ones wearing it, you're going to want it to go in the washer and dryer. I have a lot of stuff I don't put in the dryer, but a kid's hat's not going to be one of them. Okay. I think it's great. Now, I think mine has a little receding hairline over here, so I would probably like to add some more. But that's your hair technique. Add a funny face. Make sure he doesn't have a receding hairline. And I think you're good to go. That's great hair.